Today we're here at the Teaching Garden at Woodward Park, and joining me is Leigh Taylor, and we're in a new garden that just recently was redesigned. Can you tell me a little bit about what it is now?
So this is our fountain garden. We also sometimes call it the study garden. It's meant to be, a space to come and sit quietly, meditate, or study, read a book. It's also meant to be a cooler garden. Obviously here we've lost a lot of our shade. There used to be several mature trees in this garden that unfortunately due to storms and fungus infections we lost over the last decade or so.
So with diseases and problems, you have to adapt the garden, right?
Yes.
So did you because it used to have a little bit of a Japanese feel.
Yeah, we had some Japanese maples in here, and kind of some of the design principles that were used to choose our plantings influenced that look for sure. Okay,
so what is kind of this space meant to be now? I know you were wanting to go a little more color all seasons?
Yes, definitely. And we still want to hold on to that meditative and study. So obviously the fountain is here. That really contributes to the feeling of the garden. But this is also a display garden and an opportunity to showcase some wonderful small garden trees. It is a narrow bed. Almost none of these are larger than about 8 feet deep. And so we need to stick with smaller tree species in this space.
If nobody's been here before, it's a jewel of a garden, and it's a little bit of a pocket garden squeezed into the urban environment of Tulsa here. And so you are kind of limited on space and also height, even with the power lines and stuff.
Right. So we've selected 10 species of trees, all of which show off a huge variety of shapes. We have weeping and columnar and pyramidal and small ovals that will really make a beautiful canopy, a diverse canopy, and showcase what you can do in a small space.
Okay, and often when we think of color, we tend to think of flowers, right? And we know there's a lot of spring flowering trees. Can you tell us about that? And also other ways you've incorporated color.
Yeah, so we have several spring blooming species. We have a weeping cherry, a weeping redbud. We have 2 deciduous magnolias. One is a pink flowering and one is Judy Zook magnolia, which is a yellow flowering magnolia. That one's actually gonna get pretty tall at about 35 to 40 feet, but stays very, very narrow. So it's perfect for a small space like this.
Oh, excellent. And also fall color as well.
Some wonderful fall color on all of these trees and some winter interest as well. We have a crabapple that actually holds on to its fruit for a really long time into the winter.
Okay, and do the wildlife like those crab
apples? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's part of the benefit as well.
Very nice. And of course, you will get more shade as they grow, and it'll be a more reflective area to kind of cool off in.
Absolutely.
But you have one special tree that's blooming back there. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so we have a Franklin tree hybrid. The Franklin tree is from Southeast US. It's actually extinct in the wild now, so it's only found in cultivation. Ours is a hybrid. This garden stays a little bit wetter. Our microclimate, the soils stay wetter, and the Franklin straight species doesn't tolerate that so well. And so ours is a cross with Gordania, which is a close relative from Asia. It's also a small tree, perfect again for this space. It gets only to about 20 feet tall and a spread of about 15 to 25 feet. So we're gonna keep it trimmed up a little bit to make sure it fits in this space.
Excellent. Well, all of these are about topping out at 8 feet right now, it seems like. So there's plenty of time to come and enjoy them as they continue maturing. But I think this is a great example of how when something in gardening or the environment maybe kind of messes with your garden, it's an opportunity, right?
Absolutely. And so often we come into spaces that we don't know what the microclimate's going to be like. And it takes us a few years to learn what's going to do best there.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing this garden with us.
Thank you so much.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.